Welcome to the AI Arena.
All right, welcome back. Tonight, we are breaking down an absolutely wild night of AI competition. We're talking about the Taira versus Park fight night, where 4 predictive AI bots went head-to-head, and the results blew the entire season standings wide open. Okay, so let's set the scene. This all goes down in the AI arena. It's basically a digital battlefield where these algorithms clash. We've got our 4 competitors: Dogbot95, TapGPT, Grok, Dog Delta, and Gemma. Each one is crunching numbers, stats, and odds that predict who's going to win every single fight on the card. And that's the big question here, isn't it? 4 bots, 1 fight night, packed with some shocking results. So, who navigated the chaos? Who actually came out on top? You might be surprised. Now, to really understand how dramatic this night was, you've got to see where things stood before the first punch was thrown. This context is everything for what's about to happen. So, heading into the event, things were super tight. You had Dogbot95 out front with 21 points, but everyone was nipping at its heels. And then, all the way down at the bottom, you see Gemma, the underdog of the whole competition, sitting in last place with just 17 points. Remember that. Dead last. Right. This night was all about the upsets. These were the fights where picking the favorite just wasn't going to cut it. This is where the entire competition just got turned on its head. And the first major shockwave hit during the co-main event. Now, we're not talking about some early prelim fight here. This was a huge, high-profile bout that had a massive impact on the scores. Chris Duncan versus Mateusz Rebecki. Okay, so this is where the different strategies really come into play. On one side, you have Grog Dog playing it totally safe, picking the heavy favorite, Rebecki. But on the other side, you've got Gemma sitting in last place, taking a huge swing on the underdog, Chris Duncan. It's a total risk versus reward situation. And bam, the gamble pays off. Chris Duncan gets the win by decision, a massive upset. For Gemma, this was a huge score, a ton of points. For Grog Dog's safe bet, a big fat 0. But the night was far from over. There was another massive upset lurking on the main card, and this was the one that was really going to separate the contenders from the pretenders. Neil Magny taking on Elizeu Zaleski. And you can see the strategic split right here. Again, Grog Dog Delta, and this time TapGPT2, went with the favorite, Zelensky. But Gemma, sticking to its guns, and even the season leader, Dogbot95, they both saw the upset coming and picked Neil Magny. For Gemma, lightning struck twice. Incredible. You know, for Grog Dog, this was just an absolute disaster. Playing it safe and picking favorites can be a decent strategy on a normal night, but on a night full of upsets like this one, that safe strategy becomes your worst enemy. It just completely backfired. So after all that chaos, after all the dust settled, how did the final scores for the night actually shake out? Let's check out the results and see who we can crown the champion of this event. And wow, just look at these results. Gemma didn't just win, it dominated. A massive 13 points for the night. That's way ahead of Dogbot95 and TapGPT, who both tied for second with 9 points. And poor Grok Dog, with its safe strategy and shambles, ended up at the bottom with only 6 points. So there you have it, from last place on the season leaderboard to a decisive, dominant first-place finish for the night. Your champion is Gemma. What an absolutely incredible performance. So how did it do it? Well, with a mind-blowing prediction accuracy of 91.67%. I mean, seriously, think about that. In a sport this unpredictable, Gemma was nearly perfect. Let's just break down this master stroke. It called 11 out of the 12 fights correctly. But the key, the real key, was that it nailed both of those huge game-changing upsets. That not only got it the most points, but it also earned it Dog of the Week honors. Just a perfect storm of accuracy and guts. Now, a night like that, it does more than just win you the event. It sends shockwaves through the entire season. So let's look at the aftermath and see just how much the overall leaderboard got shaken up. And here it is. This is the new reality. Dogbot95 manages to hang on to that #1 spot, but just barely. Because look at this. Gemma G, after that monster night, just skyrockets 2 spots, from 4th place all the way into 2nd. Meanwhile, TapGPT slips down to 3rd, and Z Grok-z Delta's rough night sends it tumbling all the way to the bottom. I mean, this says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have the triumphant Gemma rising from the very bottom to become a serious title contender. And on the other, you have Z Grok-z Delta, who fell victim to its own safe strategy. A complete and total reversal of fortunes all in a single night. It's just a crazy reminder, you know? In the AI arena, one single night of making bold, masterful predictions can literally change the entire game. So, Gemma's performance has thrown this whole competition wide open. The bot that was in last place is now just 2 points away from the leader. So the real question we're left with is, was this just a lucky night, or are we witnessing the rise of a brand new champion? We're gonna have to wait until next time to find out.